Welcome back to Two Wise Guys 5, Season 2. And we're back with a vengeance. We got a lot of topics for you this season. My name is Patrick Sanchez.
And I'm John Franquist. We were like hibernating like bears for a long time. We've been gone for months and months and months, but we're back and we got to catch up.
We got a lot of things. A lot of things have happened since we've been away. One of the things is Pope Francis, Man of the Year.
Time Magazine's Man of the Year 2013. We're going to discuss Pope Francis. Okay?
Yes, Pope Francis. He seems to be a cool, current day, modern day Pope. What are your thoughts on that? My question is, why is he Man of the Year?
Well, Time Magazine...
Why isn't he Pope of the Year?
Because there's only one Pope. So I guess the Pope of the Year will be the same Pope every year unless someone dies in 6 months. But anyway, why is he Man of the Year? Pope Francis is Man of the Year because of his open-mindedness. Now, one thing that he's done that's pretty dramatic is that he's opening the books of the Vatican Bank where it's going to be public. Well, where the money goes and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Which, I wonder if he saw Godfather 3 because he can get poisoned for that one.
Yeah.
But outside of that, some of his views have been a little controversial. People like it. Like he came up and said that atheists can go to heaven. Why not? He mentioned that God can forgive them like anybody else. The other day, he mentioned that if a Martian came down and wanted to be baptized, he'd baptize a Martian, whatever that means. They asked him about abortion. If a woman got raped and had an abortion, is it a sin? And his view was, yes, it's a sin. The church has not changed its mind on that. But come on. He kind of like said, pretty much, who could not have compassion on that? It kind of leads you to believe that he's having compassion on that poor woman. And let's not dwell on the sin. Let's have compassion on the sinner.
Right.
A lot of that I like.
What about, he mentioned something about an atheist going to heaven?
I said that. Yeah, he stated that. He said that atheists could go to heaven too. That if the atheists live a God-like life and so forth.
So this Pope knows the rules. He knows who could get into heaven and who doesn't. He's got the books on that.
I think only God would know that.
He's the closest thing to God, isn't he? He's the Pope.
That's another topic. But anyway, for people that are non-Catholics out there, they would differ with you. But anyway, my question, though, in reference to all this is, okay, he's being more open-minded. He's saying, yes, abortion is wrong, but let's have compassion on the sinner rather than condemn that abortion and that sin and so forth. Okay, I know that a lot of people have a lot of variables on this one, but can a Catholic set Catholic rules and still be a Catholic?
Yes, they can.
Why?
Well, because I think like every new head of state, or in this case, the Pope, or whatever the case, sometimes rules as time goes on, some things just are not working. They need to adapt to modern day times and so forth. I think when you got rules that are over 100,000 years old, sometimes, you got to change things here and there because we live in a different society, in a different world. Now, you may say, well, this is religion. This ain't a sports game. This ain't politics. This is a spiritual thing. Mm-hmm. But, there's humanity within spirituality. So I think sometimes we need to, and I don't know, bend the rules, but we need to be more open-minded to circumstances, such as abortion issues, such as, teen pregnancy and condoms.
Condoms are not, the Catholic Church does not allow any kind of birth control.
Aha.
Now, you can argue, that's a topic that I would like to argue with somebody and say, well, condoms are not mentioned in the Bible. There were no condoms, as far as I know.
Exactly.
In biblical times, not in the Middle East that I know of.
I think they had donkey sacks.
There you go. You put on a donkey sack, you do your business.
Easy with the gestures.
But anyway, so that's one area where I would agree with you 100% and say, yes, the church needs to evolve. Priests getting married, blah, 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 all these kind of things. When it comes to sin, though, when the Bible says, not the Catholic doctrine, but the Bible says this is a sin, then can we play with that, evolve that?
Do you agree with the fact that there's no sin greater than another according to the Bible?
No, I don't. Me personally, no. The Bible doesn't say that.
Isn't there in the Bible, there's no sin greater than the other? Then someone asked Jesus, which is the worst, and there's no sin
I think what you're saying is nobody is perfect. We're not perfect. We're only we're here, or we get saved because of the grace of the Lord, but not that one sin is greater or lesser than the other. I don't recall saying that in the Bible. Hey, you tell me. I don't know.
I think it's
I'm not a Bible theologian, but you tell me. But anyway, pretty much, it's an exciting.
Why is he Man of the Year?
I just told you.
Because of his open-mindedness. That's it.
Because of all the things that he said. because of all his open-mindedness. It seems like he's taking the church in a different direction. I just mentioned he's opening the book. People have distrust in the Catholic Church.
He's trying to make transparency.
Now remember, he's only been Pope. He hasn't even been Pope for 1 year yet. He just got in. Now, my thing with the whole thing is, this guy's 80. I mean,
Why do they wait so long for a pope to be a pope? Why do they have to? Because most of these popes are baptized when they're in their late 70s.
no, someone dies, the Pope dies, you get a new Pope.
Yeah, but
You got to vote for a new Pope.
so we gotta wait for death.
Yes, unless they resign. And this last Pope, Benedict, he's the first Pope to resign ever. So unless Pope Francis decides to resign, then he's going to be Pope for life. But my thing is, if he's 80 and he wants to make any changes, he better get on it, man.
No, man, he's all right.
He
He's
better
the
not
Pope.
be-
He's got connections with the man upstairs.
He better not be chilling. He better get to it. Anyway, that's it for me. You got anything else you want to add to that?
As God is my witness, I can't think of it.
Anyway, Pope Francis, Man of the Year. Congratulations, El Papa. Good for you. Anyway, real quickly, we've been gone for a while. We're a little rusty here, but we want your comments. So comment below. And outside of that, send us some emails. We got a few. We got a few topics we want to cover that people have sent us. But outside of that, give us your comments. More importantly, subscribe, support, and we will be back with any topic you want. This is John Franquist.
This is Patrick Sanchez.
Saying goodbye.
Arrivederci.
Sayonara.